Hey everybody, so we are here today for I think the third year in a row at the Cherry Festival here at Alexander Schaeffer Farm. We're going to take you guys around. I just see Josh and Sharon over here right now. So we're going to go hang out with them and their family and then just go around Alexander Schaeffer Farm and check out all the really cool stuff that they have available here. We'll go through the actual fair where they have all the goodies and then check out all the cool crafts that they're going to be showing that they do here. So let's get moving. So over here I see some slightly weird people, and I don't know if we want to be around them because they seem very bizarre. I'm guessing she looks like a Sharon, maybe, but I'm not sure. And that one's the scary one. We're not sure. This is why I'm terrified of her. Yeah, and she's a little too close for comfort. Josh and Sharon. Josh is hiding around the corner, I think. But here we are. Here we get to see the blacksmithing. And just for Jeff. There you go.
Oh no, I'm going to check out the blacksmith shop here.
This is my first cherry fair, and I did the fall festival this past fall. And
What are you going to be making today?
that's as far as I've gotten. I have helped out with the Single Mark II.
Shows all the amazing things that you can do with the blacksmithing. It really is truly a craft. Old world trade.
So how did you get it?
So neat. So you have the America 250, Lebanon PA 250. This is something we're going to be working on. We've talked about it. They have a great stand here. I just had a good conversation there. But this is pretty cool. They have a huckster wagon around 1900. Sort of really neat. This is sort of like the early sort of a merchandising type of wagon. Pretty neat. We're gonna go into this is one of the coolest gardens that they have in the county. Colonial Garden. I believe it's an heirloom garden as well. And this is how they would have had their gardens set up back in colonial times and through into the 1800s. We're gonna make our way around here. I am going to attempt to go in this time for you guys because I haven't tried it simply because my balance isn't fantastic and I'm worried I'm going to fall into the garden and then kill things and myself. But this is just such a cool thing. Everything in here had a purpose. Your vegetables, your herbs, everything that you would truly need for a frontier home, because this would have been the frontier at that time. And you had to grow all your fruit and veggies yourself because, you know, you didn't have a supermarket or anything like that that you could go to. You had to grow everything that you needed. You had to be completely self-dependent. Get to see the peas there. And a lot of these things, these are old school vegetables as well. You get to see your tomatoes. I'm sure there's peppers in here as well. You'd have your radishes, your onions, your peas, beans. People like to toot back then too. But then you have carrots there. Now there's your peppers. I completely missed them on the way through. And then there's even vegetables, like things that aren't common today that were more common back then. You know, coming over from the old world and stuff like that, there were a couple different things that were more important. You got your potatoes, which would have been really important. Every single one of these things were helping you to survive. But this is a really neat garden. They have a cool garden over at Lebanon, the Chestnut Street Lebanon log house, and that's a really nice garden. This one is like on a completely different level. It's just one of the cool things here at Alexander Schaeffer and Brendel Farms that you can see and experience a little bit of what a living history was. So we are now entering the Alexander Schaeffer Farm. Right. This is also known as the... Oh, do you?
Yeah, I do.
Very nice. I like to make it here every single year.
Yeah, it's a special place.
Oh yeah. I'm looking forward to the World War II weekend.
Yep, that's coming.
Yeah, that one I really enjoy. They do such a great presentation here. You get to see. I always thought the coolest thing is these big old fireplaces, and they had so many uses back then. Yeah, you can see the lines here where the would have originally ended. And you get to see the original stonework within the building. Very sort of like primitive when you think about it, but so very neat. Over there, that would have been your bread oven.
Yes, and it's...
See the boards of the floor. How these were made. Fireplace. Right. Keep it warm. This will be one of the bedrooms.
So when this is complete, it will be all white. And I think that they're similar to over there where they have, like, they put a plexiglass box. So you can see all the way through.
This would have been the parlor. Once again, one of these little fireplaces to keep everything warm.
I know in some historic houses they do that to show you original wallpaper.
Yes.
Okay, and you are working with what?
I am working with Lotus Silk.
And I don't know what that means.
It's just so cool to see these old, the way they used to have done.
Oh.
Go through the last room here. So they're actually, the reason the walls are all open like that is they are redoing everything here and taking back to the original plaster walls and stuff like that. So this would have been the Brendel family, their kitchen. This was added on later. Very cool. It's just neat seeing a way of life from back then. I always loved this building, the pigsty. It's just such a cool building. This is one of, I think, the original buildings. They also have up above the house, they have I think the smokehouse and something else as well. And it's pretty cool being able to see that. Now down here, what was common with these German homesteads is they would have a brew house, brewery down here in the basement.
So we have plans to ultimately reconstruct.
Jeff, here's your moment. Your child is famous.
This is about a good spot for Jackson to sleep. Right here. The brick that's on the diagonal over there, where he's packing for it. Oh, we'll put pillows there.
This is der Fireplatz, or the fireplace. It would have been deeper and wider. It was reduced in size when the stills, which were put on the other side. It's pretty cool. It's quite the operation that they would have had down here. This is something I showed in a short last year. This is actually 18th century water pipe. They would take these logs and they would hollow them out. They actually wouldn't rot or anything, guys. And this is actual water pipe from the Schaeffertown waterworks.
You can see here a diagram of what the stills would have looked like. We have plans to reconstruct one of them using the copper still that we have at the Brendel Museum in town. This room was as big as the building was originally, and then that end was added onto with the kitchen and bake oven upstairs, and there's a cold storage room below here on the left. You look in that door. Notice the ceiling. The beams are cut in a T shape, like you see a piece there on the windowsill, so that wood slats would rest on that T, and they wrapped it with mud and straw and plastered over it. Because there could be a lot of fumes in here from the distillery, and that was to keep the fumes from going upstairs.
You get to see too what they used for insulation back then.
Any questions?
Where's the alcohol? I'm asking for a friend. This is what used to be here, and this is Alexander Schaeffer was one of the things they were famous for here at this.
Cold storage. That's where they kept their potatoes, carrots, onions.
And like the gentleman was saying, they're going to recreate that with one of the copper stills that they have down at the Brendel Museum.
You're missing a Sunday game on your shirt.
Yeah, and an 8-track. And
The woodworker guy's right out here. We got to check that out.
I heard a song recently that my sister and I used to listen to. Better speak words, they mean things.
I think it's more on this side.
Depression era.
How did you know that's what I was going to say?
If you guys remember from previous years, this is a wood bench that he actually made himself. It's really, really cool seeing him in action.
There's ones that I have set up at home building. Oh, all right. So drop them to 10. So people want to do it. Yeah, I think that makes sense. Hey guys, come. All right, I'm going to get money to Brenda for the hiding contest.
Very, very
and
cool.
I'll get them down to you.
You guys go put over there.
Yeah, it's sort of cool. You actually see the spring house with water in it. Because of all the rain we've been getting, you actually have the whole basement there is full of water. And there's a Jackson. It's circa 1730. Down goes Jackson, and now he's all wet now. Normally this is completely dry. Yeah, it's like even that like little creek there. Normally that's dry, so it tells you how much water we've actually been getting.
Jackson, see that? Jackson,
so betting wise, would I be off if I said there's this 80% chance he falls in?
Yeah.
It's nice to see that there's actually water coming out.
Yes, last September it was totally dry.
Yeah, and even like the little creek there is normally dry.
I don't know now. It's come back.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's deep.
It's deep. How about we throw you in and see how deep it is?
It's right up to here.
Wow.
Up to your knees, huh? Right up to here.
Whoa! That deep.
So
Wow.
we'll walk around the place and check this out. Yeah, happy baby.
You can look in the windows. That's a better way to see, since we can't let you in.
Yeah, it's such a neat, and this is how they would have lived back then. Like you would have had a very simple life, but this would have been definitely cozy.
Been here before.
Yeah, I've been here the last 3 years. I think 3 or 4 years. I do videos for my channel.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So the reason they would have had this place here, this is not the original one. They got this from another place, from Myerstown. They would have this here, would protect the water source from contamination. And it was a place to keep their milk and other perishables down in the basement. But they would also actually live in places like this, like just tiny little homes like this, because this is what they could afford. And you know, it really was something that keep you safe and all that. I think part of the reason they don't let people in here now is because of issues like that. It's probably not as structurally sound as it once was, but there actually would be a second floor up here, a half story, if you will, and that's how you would get up in there. But this is very much what these places would have looked like back in the 1700s and 1800s. You even had, complete with your fireplace in there, you can see up into the half story. But very, very cool, and get a little bit of view. They're taking horses around on hay rides, if you will, around the farm. And then you can look at the spring from, you can actually see the flow of the water there coming out. So that's why they would have built this here as well, was because specifically the spring, because water was the source of life. So this is the summer house. The kids just did some braiding. These really cool carpets.
Oh, so I understand some words, but I don't. Hello. I know.
Sit down.
To go in heaven.
That's it. Mine.
Those are the stairs to upstairs. See the same, because you can easily fall down those. There's the bake oven. I always love these old decoys. So this is this summer house was not original to the property. Summer houses would have usually always been connected to the main house. This was brought here at a much later time just to show you what a summer house would have actually looked like. And Jackson's already got the idea down that this is something that you can smack sisters with. And we've got the scary one coming at the camera again. Boom! Oh! It's a knockout. But this is where they do the, for the World War II, they do their mock battle. It's really, really neat. The Germans would be up there at the tree line. They dig all their trenches and stuff like that. The American lines would be over here. They'll show the German camp up there and the American camp back up here with the farm. And sometimes they'll have it where it's in Italy, sometimes in France. And go take a peek at the sheepies. Hungry. And I go across it. There's actually, wow, a rug.
Our final fighting contest is about to start. If you are 9 and under, make your way down to the main stage. If you are 9 years and younger, make your way down to the main stage.
Actually get the, see the horsies go by here. Now he's gonna go next to it, but you get to see the two horses taking the wagon out through the fields. Normally this creek is not a creek, it's usually empty, but today, because of all the rain we've been getting, you get to see it actually as a creek, which is pretty cool. We're gonna go over, we're gonna say hi to the sheepies, see if they run away from us or if they say ba ba ba. Black sheep, do you have any wool? Usually they run away, but maybe we can sneak up on them. Yep, he's starting to get up. They're like, I don't want to be around you. Bah. Bah. Oh, they're going to stay. Look at the cute little sheepies. How you guys doing? Bah. Bah. Whole bunch of them up there. They have geese and some ducks. So here you have some of the little bread oven. A fire currently going right here.
You got chickens?
No, they're cooking sausage there. That's pretty cool. It's like old school cooking. They have a cool thing here where it's like a treadmill type thing that you would use for operating engines and things like that. Sort of neat. And then the old sawmill up here. We didn't go up in the barn this time because they had a ton of different other crafts that they're doing. It was just a lot of people in there trying to fit in. So we're gonna go down to the actual festival where they have all their products and everything. I think they're selling some jellies there, but a bunch of cool different tractors. I'm starting to wear out, so we're gonna go down through here and see everything else to see, and then I think we'll be done for the day. Oh, they even have a Cooper, somebody that makes barrels and things like that. Hey, look, it's Jan Morrissey.
Oh no, he's walking around videotaping.
I am. See, this is the best experience right here. We get to see Jan.
American 250.
Yep, it's cool. We're going to be doing a lot with that.
There you go.
So we're going to quick go through some of the tents that they have here, the different vendors. Here we have a group that makes game boards, which is pretty cool, and then just the different pottery and different types of weaving and canning. Here I see another weaving machine. It's just such a cool event to come to. A bunch of stuff down through there. They have the museum store back there. I bought a lot of really cool books from them before. Just see, it's so cool the way they do that. Quilting. Different America art. Jewelry.
I said, Bonnie got me about for the burrow with this. All right.
You get to as well, like, see all the really good foods in Pennsylvania, Dutch.
Yeah, then I'm gonna have to.
Everything, baked goods. Clothing and all that. So it's definitely one of those places that you want to try to make it to for the really cool stuff that they do here. So we're gonna be heading back to the car because, sorry about the close-up, I'm just reaching my limit. I'm tired, but it's a really cool event to go to. I wish I could be able to make it to more things, but it's just I have my limitations, and I've sort of reached it. But anywho, so I want to say thanks for coming along. As always, it's great to have you along another one of these trips to one of these cool fairs and events. And as always, we'll see you all about town.